Let me ask you, how much time are you facing if all this nonsense goes down? 8 to 10. And what do you do on that? Yeah. So
Andrew Tate's career has only a few months left. Him and his brother Tristan were arrested again now in March of 2024, and it's probably for good now. While some may think they made their money by being world-class kickboxers, the Tates earned their millions of dollars in a very disturbing way. Half a dozen young women accused Andrew Tate of human trafficking and exploiting their naked bodies because of what will probably end up being transferred to the United Kingdom. However, to completely and utterly understand the whole Andrew Tate situation, we need to look a bit at the time he wasn't that famous yet. Andrew Tate, now 37 years old, was born in Washington, D.C. His father left the army and became an international chess master and taught young Andrew how the game is played. Andrew was playing chess 4 hours a day with his coach since the age of 5, when suddenly life brought him something that completely changed the way Andrew would live. His parents split up. After his parents divorced in 1996, him, his brother Tristan, and his sister Janine moved to the United Kingdom to live with their mother. Andrew now didn't have his coach and he wasn't around anyone who liked to play chess. Therefore, he had 4 hours a day to spare, which he very quickly filled in with kickboxing. Andrew Tate was always training super hard. He said he never really thought about discipline, he just showed up and did the hard work.
I'm ready to kill. I don't do this for fun. This is not a sport to me, I don't enjoy it. I hate training. I hate fighting. I was born for this, I have no choice. I'm gonna kill. That's it, pain, that's all I know.
In 2008, Tate was ranked the 7th best light heavyweight kickboxer in the UK. After 6 years, Andrew retired as a world champion in 2 weight divisions with 86 professional fights, 76 of them being wins. This still didn't make him as successful as he wanted to be, saying he woke up one morning, looked into his bank account and didn't see the proper results of the hard work he was putting in.
And one day I woke up and I literally just woke up, I looked at my bank, I had like 3 grand, 4 grand in there, and I'm like, I'm giving up my entire life and I don't even know how I'm gonna live.
He began educating himself a lot about finance, banks and how they work, writing down his assets and liabilities, when he suddenly saw a window popping in the corner of his monitor asking him to live chat with girls online. It made him realize one thing. He at that time had 4 girlfriends that loved him and thought of him as a millionaire living in a mansion, which Andrew certainly was not. He figured the girls would be able to go on camera and help Andrew and Tristan launch their own webcam business, and he was right. He set up the webpage and the money started coming in. The girls were talking to the men saying they lost a family member and that they had a terrible day to make the men pay them. They were also showing their bodies for large tips, and not only that.
He got the girl to line up all the gummy bears and pretend they were him and all his friends, right? And she's sitting there with her tits out and all the gummy bears, and she'd have to pick up one of the friends and like, he looks tasty. And then Paul would be like, please don't eat my friend. Please don't eat my friend. And she'd be like, but he looks good.
This wasn't enough for Tate. He wanted to become more famous. Therefore, he joined a British reality show called Big Brother in 2016. While appearing on the show, he came under a huge wave of hate comments from viewers for his previously made racist and homophobic comments, which probably didn't bother him so much.
I don't care if nobody down there likes me. I'm sure by now, everyone's already pre-decided they don't like me, and that's fine. I know where I genuinely am. So I know I'm the most intelligent person in this house. I know I'm the most capable person in this house.
He was later removed from the show because a video was leaked showing him hitting a woman with a belt. Both Tate and the woman later said they were friends and that the actions in the video were 100% consensual. Thanks to the fact the world-class kickboxer was making money online and appeared in large TV shows, Andrew started to gain traction and people like James English or John Anthony began to make podcasts with him. However, we all first heard of Tate in 2022 when he was massively growing on social media, calling himself the top G and Cobra Tate, making posts about, in his words, traditional masculinity, the role of a woman and a man in a society, and self-improvement. However, most of his viewers really just saw it as a sexism, toxic masculinity, and generally being egotistical. You might say Tate was mocking his audience of young men, talking about their biggest insecurities, telling them he was in a better shape, had more women and slept with them, had more expensive cars, and even things like he was a better fighter. He offered the solution to these insecurities. He launched his first online course called The Hustlers University, where he offered members to repost his most controversial content on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube in return of money. This is why we saw him almost everywhere we looked. Everyone was reposting him. Andrew Tate became the internet's third most searched man on the planet, being beaten only by two great celebrities, Jeremy Renner and Damar Hamlin. At the end of 2022, he made a provocative tweet that made the media wonder whether he was worth following in the first place. This tweet was aimed towards the Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg and was saying this.
Hello Greta Thunberg, I have 33 cars, my Bugatti has a W16 0.8L quad turbo, my two Ferraris 8112 have 6.5L V12s, and this is just the start. Please provide your email address so I can send a complete list of my car collection and their respective enormous emissions.
To which Greta replied by commenting,
"Yes, please do enlighten me. Email me at smalldickenergy@getalife.com."
This reply received over 4 million likes, making it one of Twitter's most liked posts. However, Andrew couldn't just run away from his past. As he got famous, more and more offended viewers started to become very interested in his past business ventures. Remember the 4 girls that were working with Andrew Tate on his webcam business? Well, the 4 were only the beginning. Tate was employing 75 girls that were showing their naked bodies to all dudes online. You may as well wonder, why would they do it? Don't worry, I was asking the same exact question. This is the strategy Andrew Tate calls pimpin' hoes. He teaches it in his other online course, by the way.
When I started, the girls worked for me because they loved me. Right? That's the old school pimp game, isn't it? I love this man. We're on our way to the top together. We're going to go Maldives. We're making all this money. You know, it's the old school dream. Women are loyal to one thing on the planet. And the only thing they're loyal to is the man they want to have sex with. So every time there was a girl who I wasn't sleeping with, she never lasted long.
And as you may imagine, out of the 75 girls, not every did like the fact these large influencers were able to afford $50 million car collections thanks to them showing their naked bodies, and they started to file allegations towards Tate. In December 2022, Andrew and Tristan Tate were detained in Romania for 30 days on suspicion of human trafficking and rape. Prosecutors cited 6 women who claimed to have been sexually exploited by the suspects to create internet pornography. This was just a few days after the Greta Thunberg drama took place. Andrew Tate was making another reply to Greta with a bunch of pizzas and a cigar, and there was a speculation that the Romanian police found out about Andrew's location thanks to the pizza boxes. It later became clear this was truly only a speculation. In June of 2023, Andrew and Tristan Tate were both formally charged by the Romanian courts with human trafficking and rape. 2 months later, the brothers won their appeal against house arrest, and since then, their fans slowly started to get back to them and the brothers regained their fans' trust. However, more people started to dig into their past, especially Andrew's, such as the 2 investigators Matt and Jamie Tashin, the authors of the book Clown World, and a few months later, the Romanian equivalent of the FBI arrested the Tate brothers again in March of 2024. To be completely honest, this might be the actual last time we'll hear about these 2 very controversial brothers.